Peace, and love. What's good with y'all? I know it's been a while since I posted anything. Been going through it just like everybody else, man. This whole coronavirus has everybody on timeout. The whole world is on timeout right now. I hope y'all getting creative, using this time wisely. I mean, I've been like been on the work from home life for a while now, so this is really not that new for me. I kind of already fell into a good routine of meditation, spirituality, getting real deep into the spiritual bag because like it's a must. Like you're really gonna have to find yourself throughout this, especially like if you've been living a relatively surface life for a while. This is forcing everybody to go deep. So, just want to I'm trying to troubleshoot this machine so I can work on my album. But first of all, I just want to send my love to anybody that's affected by this virus, personally or indirectly through a family member or something. Anyone that's lost a loved one over it, I feel for you. Sending my love. I'm definitely no stranger to death and turmoil. My shirt is so wrinkled. But anyways, my thoughts on coronavirus and what's happening. Anybody who's a fan of me knows that like I'm not a surface level thinker. I'm not a surface dweller. Even on Malcolm on Twitter, like I'm very sarcastic in my music and my writing style. Very sarcastic. So even when I start my line with conspiracy theorists, I'm mocking the people that use the term conspiracy theorists. You know, it's just like, do y'all not know that the CIA popularized that term to basically downplay people who think outside the box and like don't agree with what the government has been doing. And to this day we're using it the way CIA wanted us to use it, to downplay anyone who dares think outside the box, and dares to think for themselves and not just receive information on the news and take it as face value. I just never been that type. Like since I was like a child, my grandmother would take me to church and I just felt in my spirit, like deep in my spirit, I just have this ability where, I don't know, things just don't sit with me and I don't roll with it. I'm a very independent person. So, first of all, coronavirus is very real. It is real. Whether you want to believe it or not, or whatever quote unquote conspiracy you want to believe, it's real. It is taking lives. It is affecting people. And I've been precautious. I've still been living my life. I had to go to a funeral during it. My uncle passed. Safe travels, Roger. I don't say rest in peace no more. I say safe travels. Because our spirits never die. This little human movie experience we're having, like, this ain't it. Our spirits move on. So we travel on to another life, in my opinion, or spiritual world. I don't know. But, yeah, you know, I've been living my life. Like, I had to go to a funeral all the way in Jersey, going from Brooklyn to Jersey. Saw mad 5G advertisements up. 5G is here. 5G is coming. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I definitely noticed, like, in the deserted streets in New York, mad 5G advertisements from Jersey to New York, all over the place. Coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences. Everything's for a reason. Everything's connected. If you have any type of knowledge on human existence, you understand we're connected to the universe, where the planet is connected to us, the earth, everything connects. Like, we're not just some basic ass beings living on this planet with no type of connection to the spiritual world, the universe, the planets, the earth, stars, and all of that. Like, we're much deeper than that. But anyways, I've been definitely adhering to the rules and recommendations. Been adhering to the rules, recommendations for sure. I'm stubborn, but I'm not that stubborn. I'm not an idiot. I do know people that are sick right now. I've come across 3 people that are sick. And it's like, for me at first, it's like, I'm a numbers person. There are billions of people in America, if I'm not mistaken. New York State has the most contractions and or infections or whatever, but there are 19 million people in New York State. And I mean, I know the numbers are going to keep going up, but 100,000, 200,000 in the whole state of New York that is infected. Do we need to shut the whole world down for this? I mean, I guess so, to stop spreading it. I guess scientifically that makes sense, but the economic backlash that's going to happen from this, that's already happening, like, yeah, I don't know where this is going, but it's looking worse than 2008, and I survived that shit too. But anyways, whatever you believe, the point I'm trying to make is, I'm just not one to trust the government. I don't trust the system. I'm a black man. Like, I just don't understand how people don't understand, like, how a conscious black man in America could, like, trust the system. The CDC, who's giving us all these recommendations and basically spearheading the shit, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. It's the same CDC that injected black men with syphilis in the 40s or 50s or something. It's the same CDC that purposefully injected and killed, I don't know, hundreds of men or something like that, or infected hundreds of men with syphilis for an experiment. This government has, all the agencies in the government, they have a tendency to sacrifice people for the greater good of the agenda. Like, even in Malcolm on Twitter, when I said, like, Pearl Harbor and 9/11 was a mystery, that's another sarcastic line. It's like Pearl Harbor and 9/11 was a mystery. That's not no mystery. It's a fact that the government bombed its own station just to start a war with Japan or whoever they was beefing with at the time. Like, they will bomb and sacrifice their own lives for the greater good of the agenda. I look at the government like it's like a relationship with a woman that, like, consistently lies and cheats. You've been fucking on me during our entire relationship, on and off. Why the hell would I believe anything you have to say? Like, you've been cheating on me, lying to me the entire relationship. Why would I believe what you have to say now? Why? Why? I don't understand it. And I'm not saying I know exactly what's happening. I don't. I really don't. I'm conspiring, just like all the other conspiracy theorists. Free thinkers. Stop being an idiot and using the term that the CIA used to downplay free thinkers in the 70s or whatever. The CIA are the same people that dropped off drugs and guns to all the black neighborhoods in America, starting a war during an very impoverished time in black America, doing it purposefully. These are all facts. I don't trust the system. I just don't. I don't trust the medical system. I don't trust the judicial system. I don't trust these pharmaceutical companies. I question everything, even Kobe Bryant's death. I don't trust anything these people say to me, and that's just who I am. And I'm gonna really have to see it. Like, honestly, again, Corona is serious, but I don't know nobody that died from it personally. I don't. One of my homies' sisters just caught it, and her niece has it, and they're doing bad, and they also have pre-existing conditions. I understand that it affects people with pre-existing conditions, but so does the flu, so does a lot of things, pneumonia. I was up all night doing research on 5G towers and all of that. I've been hearing about 5G towers being bad for a long time, I guess. But y'all really think, please tell me, y'all really think there's no type of connection between 5G literally popping off in 2020 and now we got coronavirus? Like, there's no connection at all, like none at all, when there's so much scientific evidence that the radiation from all these devices we have affects us in smaller ways, and now we have a greater network, and that has no effect on us humans, man. Like, come on, like, y'all. I understand it's fear. Like, I don't debate with people who are scared, who are fearful and not thinking straight, because you're just gonna take whatever slave master tells you and just take it as gold, take it as a facts. Everything is facts because the slave master says it. I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening either, but I will say I just don't trust it. And we're gonna know the truth years from now. The same way we learned the truth during Pearl Harbor or whatever, or 9/11. I'm not trying to get too deep into 9/11 conspiracies or free thinking, but it's shady stuff happening when CEOs drop from a company before this disaster happens. This isn't it the same thing that happened with 9/11? That didn't, like, the owners of the insurance policy of the building, like, sell their shares or something like a week or two before 9/11 happened coincidentally? Like, y'all people be really smart and dumb at the same time, man. Y'all just read mad books, watch the news, and receive all of this information, but you're not using your brain, you're not using common sense to think about who is giving this information, who is the author of this narrative, who is controlling the narrative, and do they have secret agendas? Come on, all governments had secret agendas since the beginning of this era of humanity. There hasn't been no government that hasn't had some sort of agenda. When has the government ever told us the truth? When have they ever been in our favor for the everyday working American? But the scary part is the whole world is on this accord right now. Like, I'm checking homies in South Africa. They're on the same shit. People in Jamaica, man, I'm hearing, like, in Jamaica, like, only a few people have it, but the few people that had it, that's a violent place, man, and you shut that down, it's already poor, third world, and it's like, they're talking like, if we think you got corona, we're gonna burn your house down and kill your whole family, type of energy, and it's like, it's really affecting the whole world, and it's not corona that's doing that. It's the anxiety and the fear that's being instilled in people. Like, people ain't dropping dead right now. They're not. I don't know nobody, again, that dropped dead from this. And again, if y'all have somebody that died from corona, I feel for you. I'm not neglecting that. I'm not negating that. But, like, I don't know anybody that knows anybody that died from it. I know people that are sick right now. My best friend was sick from a terrible flu, which I believe was corona, 2 months ago. I know a bunch of people that had a deadly, like, on their deathbed kind of flu sickness 2 months ago, and I was worried then. Like, I'm not gonna worry because the news and the government tells me to worry. Like, how sheep are you people? Like, how do y'all just let the media control you so much and not think? But anyways, on another note, I've been working on music. I got more stuff coming out, more of that conspiracy theorist talk. My next EP is called Dual Citizenship, and it was done, like, for a while now, but I feel like now is the time to put it out. Yeah. So I'm just getting that together. I'm working on that right now, and it's gonna be a short little 6-track EP, but just very potent information and bars. So yeah, I appreciate y'all following me. P for that passport. Be fly, stay hungry. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Please have some intelligence with it. That's all I ask. Give me some information. Give me some facts. Give me some research. And also, if y'all made it this far, drop a comment like, what are y'all doing during this time of self-isolation, of quarantining? What are you doing to keep yourself busy, to keep your mental health together, working out? It's been hard for me not being able to like work out in my gym. I refuse to gain the weight that I lost, so I'm about to work out today for sure. But let me know what y'all routine is. What are y'all doing to stay active, keep the mind going, and not fall into like depression and anxiety? Much love, y'all. Passport.